Ladies and gentlemen, Spike Lee.
All right. I want to thank you for the award. It's a beautiful day here in Montreal, so we have any questions? We're not going to talk about the Rangers beating the Habs last year, are we? No? Well, Do the Right Thing is not necessarily just about black people. I mean, if you remember the film, you have your Italian Americans, you have your Puerto Ricans, you have your Koreans, and your African Americans. 25 years ago, I would never thought that there would have been an African American president. Barack Hussein Obama. I mean, that's something that happened. So there have been many, many great developments. But there are more African Americans who are in poverty now than they were back 25 years ago. There's a greater divide between the haves and have-nots. And police are still killing black people. There was a case, there was a murder that happened in July in Staten Island being one of the 5 boroughs in New York City, where a man, African-American man, Eric Garner, was murdered by the NYPD in a chokehold. And the chokehold was banned 22 years ago by the NYPD. So when I saw the videotape, because it went on YouTube, it went worldwide, it automatically reminded me of the murder of Ray Rahim and Do the Right Thing with that chokehold. And then we know about Mike Brown, Ferguson, Trayvon Martin, and there's many other cases that don't make the newspapers, don't make the news. So I just think that the police in America are out of control, in my opinion.
As a black woman,
right,
living in Canada as a West Indian, it's a very different experience than it is in America as an African American. Now that we have such a prevailing black Hollywood, quote unquote, how do you feel?
What? You said prevailing?
Yes, I'm going to say prevailing.
That is not the case. No. Here's the thing. There are many more stars than there were before, but black people are not taking over Hollywood. And you can say that by the subject matter of the film. So a lot of times we get tricked into thinking as such because of stars. But it's still a small percentile, and there's still a whole lot of work needs to be done to bring diversity to Hollywood. And not just African Americans, women, Asians, Hispanics, a whole lot more needs to be done, and not necessarily just in the films. If you go on the sets, what's the diversity on the television and the film sets? What's the diversity in the studios? So sports in America is way eclipsed Hollywood as far as diversity. I'm not just talking about on the field either, on the court. I mean, they're in high power positions in sports. African Americans have jobs.